So
now then,
good.
let's meet our special guest of the morning. It's great to have him back. It really is. It's a fabulous Matt Cardle.
Bless you, thank you very much.
Crowned, of course, X Factor champ for 4 years back in front of a record audience of 80 million people. Matt stormed to #1 with When We Collide, while the album Letters went top 10. A party company with the Simon Cowell machine to release his second album independently. And sales still continue brilliantly. Fire scorched its way into the top 10. His latest, Porcelain, look, I got this in vinyl, was released in October. Also a huge... Have you got a record player?
No.
I haven't got one either.
I should get one, really.
It's very lovely. I'm going to keep it.
It's nice. It's nice to have something to hold on to.
So, I mean, everything's going really well.
Yeah, it's great. I've just finished tour. We were out for the month of April. But it was superb. I was joined by the lovely Melanie C for a few of the dates.
Yes, we'll talk more about it because while I was away, I think in the jungle or maybe over Christmas, you were having quite a few problems, which I wasn't even aware of actually until yesterday.
Yeah, I did a little stint in rehab in January. Yeah, it kind of really crept up on me, you know.
It was antidepressants?
No, it was Valium.
Valium.
But it all started about a year previous, because I was petrified of flying, and someone suggested that I should take some Valium on the plane, and I did so, but with a kind of large amount of alcohol as well. And then suddenly I'd felt more relaxed than I had ever done, well, at least since the show, and then kind of was using it to get by. And there was from producing and writing and playing all the things on the album and stuff, it was just a 24/7 affair. And to help me sleep and just to, if I got too stressed out with anything, I'd use it. And then one thing led to another. And it spiralled out of control really quickly. It was my brother that kind of
I heard Dom, is that right?
Yeah, but he was the only one who knew.
Because he could see a change in.
Well, yeah, and I speak to him every day. And I wish I did speak to my folks every day, but I don't get a chance to. And I live on my own now in London. I've got lots of friends around, but I mean, that kind of thing is quite hidden with a lot of
the irony, I don't know when it all started, but the last time I read you must have been sort of autumn time, and you just looked in fantastic nick, you know.
Makeup. We all do.
So yeah, it came as a real surprise. I want to ask some questions. Something from you, Jules?
Well, it's interesting. I think it's very good, very big of you, really, to kind of come clean on all this sort of stuff, because you are a role model for many people, and many people may relate to that. But you've also now been able to mix it with, the famous of the pop world, and now you're one of them. Have you got lots of advice from them? I mean, Mel C obviously is a good friend.
Oh, she's been a rock ever since we met. She's been absolutely amazing. She was really, really, she was so lovely when I was in the Priory, and it was. It's one of those things I give out lots of great advice. I never take it. I think we all do. I mean, I'm full of good advice, but when I'm sat there, sorting my life out, I was like, I should have taken some of that a little while ago. But,
Well, that's the advantage of looking back, isn't it?
Yes.
Hindsight's a wonderful
2020.
thing. What about you and Mel C? I mean, the video and the duet of Loving You. So you being quite kissy, and then you get the tabloids saying, "Are you an item? Are you not an item?"
Of course they were going to say that. We knew what we were doing.
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, of course we
So
did.
that's foresight. Yeah.
That's
from hindsight
foresight.
to
That's
foresight.
2020. Yeah, predicting what the people are going to say.
And what do you think about One Direction's latest headlines with their little slip up or not?
I've got to be so careful.
Because whatever you say is seized on.
Well, I don't know. I just think, don't film things. That's a little bit silly, yes. But, I don't think anybody understands how hard those guys work, They work round the clock. And it's incredible that, that they're still where they are, and they're still with it. I mean, I was with them not long ago, actually. We were both rehearsing for tour in the same place, and they were fine. They looked happy, healthy, but they are super hard workers, and just give them a bit of a break.
Yeah, OK. Well, let's look at some of your hard work, shall we? Second single from Porcelain is my favourite. It's called When You Were My Girl. It shows Matt doing a Mike Oldfield, for those of you who remember him, playing all the instruments. Have a look at this.
You saw me out, I tried to shut it out, but it's too late. All those tears I watched you fade, thinking I was doing you wrong. And now I hear it's not a mistake.
trumpet.
Not the trumpet.
Not the trumpet. I do dabble with a bit of the double bass. I need to give that back to
So
my
what
old
do you
school.
play? What do you play? Is it your old
We've been knocking around in one of the rehearsal rooms, and it's used actually on a couple of the tracks on the album. So I said to my good friend and my old music teacher, Adrian Marple, I was like, can I borrow the double bass? And then we carted it off in the back of the car. I was like, I can't see this coming back. I will give it back, though, Adrian.
So what do you play? What do you play? Guitar?
I started off playing drums, and then got into the guitar because it was much cooler at the time. You know, drums is the most fun instrument to play. You get to hit stuff, you know. But yeah, bass I think comes a little bit with playing guitar and piano. That's really it. I don't play the trumpet. That was all for show.
Fancy it?
Have we got? Oh, don't pull one out.
One last thing, which may come as you or may not. I mean, there's been rumours of this for a while. James Arthur hadn't exactly been, hadn't played particularly kindly to you over the while, and I'm told by a little bird yesterday that he has actually been dropped by Sony. So just thought I'd let you know.
Well, actually, before tour, I got a tweet from James apologising. Is that?
Is that it there? I can't,
Oh, right, no, that's
yeah.
the
bad stuff.
So the bad. Oh, that was the bad thing. No, look, I mean, I think he's learnt a lot of lessons over this 2 years or so. It's a very difficult thing to be thrown into the spotlight when, I mean, I was certainly used to saying whatever the heck I liked the whole time, and then suddenly you've got to keep stum. You know, he apologised, and I think it's one thing to apologise to someone, that's fine, and I respect that. It's another thing to apologise publicly like that, which I think is very big, and I really appreciated it. So I said, you know, it's cool, we're on the same pitch, let's play on. And I don't wish bad on anyone, and I'm sure, I mean, he's so talented, I'm sure someone will pick him up.
For sure, for sure. Or do it on his own, like
Or do
you've
it on
done.
his own. Look, I mean,
you proved
I've got...
you can do it. It's interesting about apologies.